a regular pentagonal lamina of 25 mm side is resting on one of its corners on HP, while the side opposite to this touches VP. If the lamina makes an angle of 60 degree with HP and 30 degree with VP, draw the projections of the lamina. So he says that a regular pentagonal lamina of 25 mm sides is resting on one of its corners on HP. Since it is an odd number size, whether it is corner is resting on HP or the side resting on HP, always the side has to be perpendicular to VP, because corner opposite will going to be a side always. So similarly here, so since it is resting on HP, so obviously we have to start from HP, and also we can see the lamina makes an angle of 60 degree with HP. So obviously we have to start from the horizontal plane. So that is the reason why we are starting from the top view. So that is, all the sides are resting on HP that you can see in the front view. When you look from the front view, we can see A dash, B dash, B dash, C dash, C dash, D dash, D dash, E dash, E dash, A dash. All the sides are resting on HP. So that means it is parallel to HP. Since it is parallel to HP, we are getting the true shape in the horizontal plane. So when you look from the front view, we can see ABC is near to the observer. So A dash, B dash, C dash is visible, and D and E is away from the observer. Therefore, D dash and D dash in bracket. And this is the surface wherein it is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. So that is the reason why you are getting a line in the front view. So here also we can see in the 2D orthographic view, wherein the side is perpendicular to VP. The side opposite to this will going to be a corner, which will going to be the corner here. So one end is a corner and the other one is a edge. Then when you come to the second position, it is resting on one of its corners on HP. The lamina makes an angle of 60 degree with HP. So here we are resting one of its corners on HP. That corner resting on HP, when you look from the front view, it will be on XY line. You can see also here it is resting on XY line, and the lamina makes an angle of 60 degree with HP. So that means the surface of the lamina is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees, 60 degrees to HP. So we are rotating the surface such that it is inclined at 60 degrees to HP. That inclination, when you look from the front view, it can be seen in the vertical plane. So we can see that it is in the vertical plane. And also ABC is near to the observer. So A dash, B dash, C dash is visible, and D and E are away from the observer. So D dash and D dash will be in bracket. So this is the surface wherein it is inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP. So that is the reason why you are getting in the front view, you are getting a line. Similarly, we can see here the corner is resting on XY line and the entire surface is inclined at an angle of 60 degrees to HP. So that is the reason why here, when you look from the top view, we can see the surface which is in apparent shape, because A dash, B dash is inclined to HP. So you are getting the apparent length. B dash, C dash is also inclined to HP. So it is in apparent length. CD is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. So that is the reason why you are getting the true length here, which is also 25, and it is also a 25. And similarly, D dash, A dash is away, is inclined to HP. So we are getting the apparent length here. And also E dash, A dash is also inclined to HP. So we are getting the apparent length here. So it is resting on one of its corners in HP. When you look from the top view, we can see A, B, C, D, E and E. So all these things are visible when you look from the top view. So that is how, when you look from the top view, A, B, C, D, E is visible. So that is the reason why in the top view, you will be able to see these lines. Now, then while the side opposite to this will touch as VP, so that means the side opposite will going to be the corner. So while the side opposite to this, while the side opposite to the corner touches VP, so the side opposite to the corner is CD. So that is touching VP. You can see that it is rotated, and such that it is rotated by 90 degree, such that CD is resting on VP and A is resting on HP. So that is also, if the lamina makes an angle of 60 degree with HP and 30 degree with VP. So you can see here, this is a case wherein the surface is inclined to both HP and VP. So when you look from the side view, so that is the reason why, since the surface inclination is given with respect to both HP and VP, so obviously that surface will going to be perpendicular to VP. So that is the reason why you are getting a line in the profile plane. And also you can see here, when you look from the side view, corner is resting on HP and the side is resting on VP. So this is a case wherein the side is parallel to HP and parallel to HP and VP, but it is perpendicular to the profile plane. You can see that when you look from the left side view, DEA is near to the observer, so D double dash, E double dash and A double dash is visible, and B and C are away from the observer, so B double dash and C double dash will be in bracket. So if you see in the orthographic view, we can see that the second position top view is rotated by an angle of 90 degree in counterclockwise direction, such that the CD will going to be on vertical plane. And then once the surface is inclined to HP and also on VP, surface is inclined to HP and also on VP, so that is the reason why it is perpendicular to the profile plane. We can see that in the profile plane, corner is resting on HP and the side is resting on VP. And the surface is inclined at 60 degrees to HP, and automatically this will going to be inclined at 30 degrees to VP. So that is the reason why this 30 degrees to VP will not be seen in the third position. Instead, it will going to be seen in the profile view, because the surface is inclined to both HP and VP. So obviously it should be perpendicular to perpendicular to the profile plane. So that is the reason why in the profile plane you can see that you will going to have a line. So this is how you will be able to analyze this problem in both 2D and as well as in 3D. Now we will going to write the sketch solution in the sketchbook. So to do that, first we will going to draw an XY line with a thin line and then mark VP and HP. So since it is resting on one of its corners on HP or the side, whether it is resting on corner or the side, make that side perpendicular to VP. First you draw a vertical line of a distance of 25 mm and mark CE as shown. So by using the protractor, you measure an angle of 108 degree with respect to the vertical line CD by in a counterclockwise direction, so that it will go to be draw a line of 108 degree with respect to CD. Similarly with D as center, by using the protractor with respect to DC, you measure an angle of 108 degree included angle and then draw an inclined line. So by using the compass with C as center, taking the radius of 25, cut an arc on the previously drawn line, and also with D as center, cut an arc on that line, so that you will go to get this point B and E and mark this point as B and E. Again with B as center, take the same radius of 25 and draw an arc, and with E as center, radius of 25, cut on the previously drawn arc, so that you will going to get this point A, and you mark this point as A. Join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to A with the dark line. So then draw the projectors from each of these points. So draw a vertical projector from A to the XY line, draw a vertical projector from B and E to the XY line, and draw a vertical projector from C and D to the XY line. All these projector lines has to be thin line. Then when you look from the front view, A, B, C is near to the observer, so A dash, B dash, C dash is visible, and D and E is away from the observer, so D dash, E dash is invisible. So then join A to C dash directly with a dark line. Now one end is a corner, and the corner opposite to that will going to be the side. Since it is resting on one of its corners on HB, such that the lamina makes an angle of 60 degree with HP. So consider any convenient distance from the first position front view and mark this point on the XY line and mark this point as A dash. So by using the protractor with respect to the XY line, you measure an angle of 60 degree and then draw an inclined line. By using the compass, measure the distance from A dash to C dash of the first position and transfer it from A dash on the 60 degree line. And you will going to get that point as C dash and D dash, and you mark that point as C dash and D dash in bracket. Then join A dash to C dash with a dark line. Similarly, you measure the distance from A dash to B dash with A dash as center, transfer it on that line, and you mark that point as B dash and D dash in bracket. Then join. Then draw a vertical projector from A dash to the top view. Similarly, from B dash and D dash to the top view, and also from C dash, D dash to the top view. Horizontal projector from A and the vertical projector which was drawn from A dash, both will going to intersect at this point. You mark this point as A. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from B and also from E. Both will going to be intersected at the previously drawn projector from B dash and A dash, and you mark this point as B and E. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from C and also from D to the previously drawn projector from C dash and D dash. Both will going to intersect at this point C and also from D, also to the point D respectively. Then mark this point C and D. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and E to A with dark lines. Then this corner opposite to the side touches VP. So here you need to rotate the second position top view such that the CD has to rest on the vertical plane, because now at present C dash D dash is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. So that is the reason why you are getting the point here. Now we want CD to rest on VP. So to make the CD has to rest on VP, you have to rotate the second position top view by rotating an angle of 90 degree, which is counterclockwise direction. So with measure the length from C to D, consider any convenient distance from the second position front view, and mark it on XY line. As you rotate it in counterclockwise direction, C will going to come to the right side and D will going to come to the left side. Then you measure the distance from C to this point, and from C transfer it onto this point. Then draw a perpendicular line from this point to the top view, and then you measure the distance from this point to this point and transfer it from this point to here by using the compass. And then draw a perpendicular to this vertical line. Then you measure the distance from this point to B and also from this point to E. Both will going to have the same distances. Then transfer it from this point towards the right side, which is B, and the same distance towards the left side, which will going to be E. Then you mark this point as B and E. Then similarly join and measure the length from this point to A by using the compass. With this as center, cut an arc on this perpendicular line so that you will going to get this point A. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and E to A with a dark line. Then you draw a vertical projector from C dash and D dash. Draw a horizontal projector from C dash and D dash, and draw a vertical projector from C and D. Both will going to intersect at this point C dash and D dash respectively. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from B dash and A dash, and draw a vertical projector from B and E. Both will going to intersect at B dash and A dash respectively. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from A dash and draw a vertical projector from A. Both will going to intersect at this point. You mark this point as A dash. Then join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, D dash to E dash, E dash to A dash with a dark line. Now we need to write the profile view, because in this you can see only 60 degree, but we cannot see the 30 degree. The 30 degrees to VP will not be able to see here also and as well as here also, because this is the surface inclination with respect to HP and this is the surface inclination with respect to VP. So that is the reason why you are not able to see the inclination with respect to VP. As the surface is inclined to both HP and VP, obviously that surface has to be perpendicular to VP. So that is the reason why, perpendicular to the profile plane. So that is the reason why you are getting a line in the right profile plane. So then you draw a 45 degree line with respect to XY, which is below, adjacent to HP, and then draw an inclined line. So draw a horizontal projector from C and D, and draw a vertical projector from draw a horizontal projector from C dash D dash with respect to the origin, and from here you draw a vertical projector so that it will going to intersect at this point. As you look from the left side view, and it is written in the right side view, right profile plane. So therefore D dash is near to the observer, so D double dash is visible, and C dash is away from the observer, so C double dash will be invisible. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from B dash and A dash, draw a horizontal projector from E and B to the 45 degree line, and from here you draw a vertical projector to the front side view, and both will going to intersect at this point. As we look from the left side view, E double dash and B double dash will be, E double dash will be visible and B double dash will be invisible. So E double dash and B double dash in bracket, and draw a horizontal projector from A dash and draw a horizontal projector from A to the 45-degree line, and then from here you draw a vertical projector. Both will going to intersect at this point, which is the XY line, and you mark this point as A double dash. And by using the protractor, you measure an angle with respect to A double dash in a clockwise direction, so that you will going to get that angle as 60 degrees. So this is the inclination with respect to HP, and that inclination can also be seen in the vertical plane, which can be seen here. And also you measure an angle of 30 degree by using the protractor. Keep it on D double dash C double dash as center. With respect to the X1 Y1 line, you measure the angle, which will be 30 degrees. So it will automatically comes 30 degrees. So this is how the sum of these two angles should be a complementary angle, which is 90 degrees. So this is how you will be able to write the solution in the sketchbook. But how to identify that whether our problem is right? One is the corner is resting on HP. The corner opposite to this side will be on vertical plane, and we can see that the line is inclined at 60 degrees to HP and 30 degrees to VP, and it's a corner is resting on HP. So since we have satisfied all the given conditions in the problem, and hence the problem is